What's going on guys, Jack Milton here. Today we're going to talk about nutrition and how to control it. What I mean by that is how to control your diet, how to not go off track as much. And I've got 5 main tips to help you. So number 1, let's just get straight into it, okay? So the first tip I've got is to track your food, not all the time, but even just for a short while. Tracking your food, whether that's putting it in MyFitnessPal or just reading the labels, will overall help you kind of get an idea of what's in certain foods. So let's just say, for instance, you're eating the same kind of foods quite a lot. Once you track it for a short while, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to remember what's in certain foods. So you won't need to track it after a while. You can kind of eyeball stuff. If you're on a kind of more flexible diet, that is, it will just allow you to kind of get a better understanding of what you're putting in your body, how much protein, carbs, fats, calories are in certain things. I know it's a pain to kind of track your food all the time, but even if you're just doing it for a short period of time, it will give you an idea and you'll probably be able to remember what's in certain foods for the future. So my second tip is just be flexible, okay? So don't restrict yourself too much with your diet. Obviously, this depends on the circumstances, as if you're competing for a competition or you're taking it very seriously, then I'd maybe say be more restricted and maybe stay focused on the diet. But if it's something you're just doing to reach your goals, whether that's gaining muscle or losing weight, and you feel that you're not eating enough, or you feel like you're not having enough different varieties of food, and you're craving certain things, you don't want to end up having an unhealthy relationship with food. You want to be able to have a balance, okay? So you want to be able to be flexible and have certain treats and meals when you feel like it. Obviously not overdoing it, but I definitely think being flexible and treating yourself is a much healthier way to do it, and it will help your mindset. You may not get your results as fast doing it this way, but your mindset will be 100% improved and you'll just feel a lot happier. So I'm very for that. That leads into my third point, however, and that is don't feel pressured to kind of go out all the time and eat out. Okay, so this kind of counteracts the point I just made about being flexible. Yes, I said be flexible, but I also said don't overdo it. Okay, and that's one of the main factors I'm going to talk about here is you don't want to be going out eating out all the time, okay? So the amount of money you spend on that could be money you're spending to meal prep, perhaps. If you're eating out all the time, yes, you could be watching your calories, but there's a lot in these foods that you might not realise. If you start backtracking, that's not good, okay? So I would say be flexible, but don't be pressured by your friends or anything to eat out all the time. No one needs to eat out all the time, okay? Have the willpower to kind of stay on track and don't do it all the time. Obviously, do it occasionally is what I mean. I'm just saying the people that go out, you know, almost every day for food, well, that becomes a bit of a problem when you're trying to reach your fat loss goals, for instance. Yeah, don't cut it out altogether, but don't do it every day. Next point kind of relates to that as well. It's kind of think how you'll feel after, okay? So this is a bit of a tricky one, okay? So let's say, for instance, you've had a few days out eating out, okay? So you've been quite flexible over the past few days and you're thinking, I need to get back on track, okay? And then something comes up on that day and you just want to have something that you probably shouldn't be having at this point because you've already had all those kind of cheat meals the past few days. It's a psychological thing, okay? So think how you feel after it. You probably will regret it. A lot of people regret these things. And I know myself that I know when I'm not meant to be having something, I do kind of regret it afterwards if I've already kind of been off track for the past few days, because it's just going to spiral out of control and you're going to find it even harder to get back on track. So think how you feel after it and just decide, no, I'm not going to do it, because it is a kind of regretful thing after it, you feel. That is just my kind of personal experience with it, but I've talked to a lot of my clients and they kind of feel the same way when they do something like that as well. My final point is how to stay on track with your nutrition is to meal prep, okay? So being able to plan your meals in advance and cook them in advance, even if you're just doing it the night before for the day after. I know it's a bit of an inconvenience to have to cook multiple meals at once, but actually it does save more time in the long run. If you're cooking all your meals at the same time, yes, it can be a kind of boring and stressful process if you're doing it every single day almost, but it will benefit you highly. If you're just looking to snack on something and yet you've got your meals already prepped, you can just go in the fridge and grab one of them. I know I've been in that position before, but ever since I started meal prepping years and years ago, it's massively helped me stay on track with my nutrition. That's one of the best tips I can give you. Yeah guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Give it a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at TheJackMilton. Thanks very much for watching guys, and I will see you in the next video.